It may be the most common daydream of people who work in cubicles, retiring early, before age 65, and having the financial and other freedom that comes with it. On the other hand, you might have to retire earlier than you planned because of life. But regardless of reason, there is a way to achieve early retirement by being innovative regarding your expenses, savings, and investments. Welcome to Savvy, where we have lots of practical wisdom to share. Hey, don't forget to hit the like button below, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more advice here on Savvy. The idea behind FIRE, or Financial Independence Retire Early, is very simple. If you can save 70% of your monthly income, you can retire early. The goal of the FIRE movement is to help people escape the shackles of full-time employment. With the help of the 4% theory, you can make this a reality. The concept is simple to understand. Your savings can grow annually by 7% if you invest in low-cost stocks and other assets. Even after taking out the average inflation rate of 3%, you still have an extra 4% to save. Maintaining one standard of living on this amount of money won't deplete your savings, which is a good thing considering how financially difficult it is nowadays. Here's an example from real life that shows how the theory works. If $20,000 a year is the number of your living costs, it should be 4% of the total value of your savings. With this amount, you will need to invest about $500,000 in financial products. However, the amount in the example changes based on your living expenses. At this point, you might consider FIRE an unrealistic goal, but in all honesty, is not impossible at all. In only 3 simple steps, you can accomplish that. The first one, financial independence, is divided into 6 stages, and these stages are divided into 2 groups. The first 3 are about surviving, and the last 3 are about thriving, where all the genuine wealth comes from. But before all that, we should all start at stage 0, which is dependence. We all start here, depending on others for complete financial support. Next is stage 1, solvency. From being dependent, we move on to being financially stable, which means that you always meet your financial obligations. Stage 2, stability. Stability is when one's finances are in good shape. The surplus of your savings over your expenditures will allow you to amass a nice emergency fund. Stage 3, agency. At this point, you have paid off your debts like a superhero who beats their enemy. Now, you are totally in charge. Stage 4, security. Your savings and investments, as well as the money you make while you sleep, will surely cover your basic needs. Stage 5, independence. All your needs in terms of money are met by the passive income you make, making you capable of living comfortably on your own. And lastly, stage 6, abundance. Your passive income is doing extremely well, enabling you to live your choices lifestyle and giving you more freedom. The second part would be the different levels of FIRE. Just think of it as levels of a video game. The longer you go, the higher levels you reach, and the more power and points you accumulate. And for this, there are 3. First, there's the traditional level. FIRE depends on you saving 25% of what you spend each year. With the 4% withdrawal rule, you need $1.5 million in savings to cover $60,000 in annual expenses. However, many think the 4% rule is too conservative for people who want to retire early. Instead, they use a 3% or 3.5% withdrawal rate to work towards their goals. The second is the lean level. Some people may find a $60,000 annual budget to be overly lavish. They're fans of the minimalist lifestyle and prefer to keep things straightforward. This level goes with the expenses that don't go over $40,000 a year. The people who follow this decision to live in places where the cost of living is low. Their life motto is to save money. The third is the fat level. The name should give you a good idea of this level. People and families spend at least $100,000 or more on living costs yearly. The 4% rule then says that people in this situation should have about $2.5 million saved. Even if you use a more conservative withdrawal rate of 3%, you'll still need a lot of savings. And finally, the third one is how to FIRE, which is what this video is truly all about. For this, there are 8 steps in doing it. Step 1. Think of the lifestyle you are aspiring for. Common financial advice typically focuses solely on financial matters. Time, however, is more valuable than money. It's possible to earn more cash anytime, but time cannot be created. Before worrying about finances, consider the kind of life you would like to lead. Step 2. Make sure to do the math. Think of how much you need. You need to save based on your yearly expenses. Step 3. Spend on what is needed. The fastest way to reach FIRE is to save as much money as you can and then invest it so that it grows. People who have mastered financial independence and retiring early have saved and invested 50% of their income. They understood how important it was to save money for their freedom. Step 4. Go for good debts instead of increasing your bad debts. Not every debt is the same. There is good debt versus bad debt. The mortgage debt you use to invest in or build a real estate empire is a good kind of debt. Bad debt includes credit card debt. You lose money because the interest rate is probably more than 20%. That is why you must pay your bad debts as soon as possible. Step 5. Make your full-time job more valuable. Why not maximize the benefits of your full-time employment, which pays more overall? The first thing you should do is bring up the subject of a pay increase. Most working professionals deserve a pay increase, but are too timid to ask for one. Step 6. Get a side hustle. You can always look for a part-time job that can be done in addition to one's main source of income. The most rewarding part-time occupations are those that also satisfy a personal passion and where you get paid, and hours are entirely up to you. Step 7. Start investing. The easiest way to reach FIRE is to switch from thinking that you should only save, because investing is also very important. When your savings are put to good use, you can get to financial independence faster. After all, there are a lot of different ways to invest. Step 8. Take it one step at a time. It is essential to have sound practices regarding one's financial situation. Work diligently and take care of your obligations if you want to achieve the goal of becoming financially self-sufficient. Being persistent is the most vital component to consider. That's enough practical wisdom for today. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up below. We will be posting 4 to 5 videos per week, so click the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified of our new videos weekly.